blue-collar professions are experiencing a surge in interest as artificial intelligence, AI, increasingly threatens traditional office roles. Geoffrey Hinton, a Nobel Prize-winning computer scientist, widely known as the godfather of AI, recently delivered a straightforward yet striking piece of advice during a podcast appearance: train to be a plumber. Hinton's statement in June echoed a sentiment that has been gaining traction for several years now. Careers involving hands-on skills and manual labor tend to be much less susceptible to automation by modern technology compared to many white-collar professions, which have historically been viewed as more prestigious and better paid. I believe plumbers face far less risk, Hinton emphasized. Take roles like legal assistants or paralegals, these jobs won't be necessary for much longer. Despite the rapid advancement of AI and the evolution of sophisticated robotics, both technology experts and experienced tradespeople are advocating for skilled trades as a safer, more secure long-term employment option. These are jobs where human expertise and dexterity cannot easily be replicated by machines. In fact, just last month, Microsoft published a study outlining various careers potentially threatened by AI progress. Leading the list were professions such as interpreters, historians, customer service agents, sales representatives, and writers. Conversely, jobs traditionally associated with manual labor, like roofers, rail and dredging operators, hazardous materials workers, and painters, were identified as relatively secure. Even in healthcare, roles such as phlebotomists and nursing assistants showed strong resilience against automation. Why do manual labor jobs appear safer? Tony Spagnoli, who directs testing and education for North American Technician Excellence, the largest nonprofit for HVAC and refrigeration technicians in the U.S., explained, automation poses minimal threat here because these roles often require physically installing equipment, tasks where many workers are nearing retirement age. Plus, AI can't replace the hands-on work of parts replacement or the on-the-spot decision-making that these jobs demand. Supporting this view, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics forecasts increased demand across a spectrum of trades in the coming years, a particularly significant trend given the plateau in entry-level openings for college-educated workers. There's no question that hype around AI's potential to disrupt the job market is rampant. While the U.S. labor market is showing signs of strain, concrete evidence connecting AI to significant job losses remains limited. Surprisingly, even software engineers, once thought to be especially vulnerable due to AI's ability to write code, have not yet faced widespread layoffs or displacement. But many experts warn it's just a matter of time before AI's impact on employment becomes unmistakable. Goldman Sachs projected that AI could displace approximately 6 to 7% of the American workforce if broadly implemented. However, they also suggested this impact might be temporary as new job opportunities arise for displaced workers. Whether AI will dramatically reshape employment or not, the mere possibility is causing many individuals to rethink their career strategies. A recent survey conducted by Resume Builder involving over 1,400 members of Generation Z sought to examine how economic uncertainties, rising education expenses, and AI-related fears are influencing The survey uncovered that 42% of respondents, many of whom hold college degrees, are currently working in or pursuing trades or skilled blue-collar professions. The top reasons they gave were a desire to avoid crushing student debt and a concern that AI might soon replace more traditional office jobs. For Gen Z individuals without a college degree, blue-collar work presents a viable route to financial independence without the burden of student loans. Additionally, among Gen Z men, regardless of educational background, there is a stronger preference for blue-collar careers compared to women. Stacy Haller, Resume Builder's chief career advisor, commented on the trend, noting, "More Gen Z college graduates are turning to trade careers, and for good reason. Many worry about AI usurping conventional white-collar roles. Meanwhile, trade jobs involve hands-on tasks that are difficult to automate. Plus, many graduates find their degrees don't translate into jobs in their chosen fields, so they seek more pragmatic and in-demand alternatives. However, the story doesn't end there. AI might eventually threaten some of these hands-on roles too. Mechanical automation, fueled by advances in both robotics and AI, including humanoid robots and specialized task-performing machines, is beginning to close the gap between machines and humans in performing physical jobs. Andrew Reese, chief AI scientist at BetterUp, a professional development platform that incorporates AI tools, explained, "Robotics are making significant progress. They're poised to replace entry-level roles, such as truck driving and equipment handling, but the technology will require time before it can manage complex tasks. Still, it's crucial to recognize that there is a substantial difference between incremental improvements in robotics and technology capable of fully replacing humans in the complexity of everyday life. Most AI systems are trained primarily on text data, leaving them with minimal, true understanding of the physical world, while robotic hardware itself is still undergoing major development." Ken Goldberg, president of the Robot Learning Foundation at the University of California, Berkeley, voiced skepticism about imminent humanoid robot replacements. "There's a widespread misconception that we're on the brink of humanoid robots taking over workers' roles. In my opinion, that's a myth. Although advances are happening, progress is slow and incremental. Moreover, there remains ample opportunity for tradespeople and AI or robotic technologies to work complementarily, with humans handling the most nuanced, sensitive, and challenging tasks that require years of skill development. For example, the automotive industry is increasingly turning to AI-powered diagnostics for vehicles, but it does not anticipate robots fully replacing human mechanics anytime soon." Matt Shepanek, vice president of credential testing programs at the National Institute for Automotive Service Excellence, remarked, "While AI might eventually aid in pinpointing problems, the need remains for hands-on testing and physically replacing parts. Ultimately, someone must perform the manual work." So what does this all mean for workers and job seekers? Is the recommendation to train to be a plumber really the best advice in an AI-driven world? Or do emerging technologies suggest that even blue-collar roles will face disruption sooner than expected? The answers aren't straightforward, and opinions will vary greatly depending on how one weighs the pace of technological progress against the irreplaceable value of human craftsmanship. What do you think? Are blue-collar jobs truly the safe harbor in the storm of AI-driven change? Or is this simply a temporary reprieve before automation sweeps through all sectors? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments. Let's get the conversation started.